walking yesterday and I came past a place on the bus where I saw that there was a bit of a camp on the side of the road over there, and I wasn't too sure what it was, and I thought like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna have a quick look and find out what the deal is, because it looked like a camping ground. So I'm on my way there and try to find out what's going on, because I do think that might be a place where I can find some old, I wouldn't say friends, but people I camped with before. So we'll have a look. This site here seems to be having a lot of camper vans and permanents. Aha! So some of the guys from Whangaparoa Peninsula have resided here. That's cool. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it's kind of interesting. So I'm just going to ask somebody if there's any water supply here. So yeah, it's been pissing down rain again in New Zealand. Just a little bit about my little visit over there to that campsite. I'm reluctant to really film anybody on there because I don't think those people really want to be filmed. I did have a little bit of a chat with a Canadian guy who's been in New Zealand for quite a while. He is sort of in the same boat as me, although he's got a better camper. And I'm just in a station wagon. He also works in the transport industry, because he did ask me about how's it working for you. So for me it's working quite well, but I did tell him, like, yeah, I do have a backup, sort of, if something happens I've got my flat still, so yeah. But he worked, I did get my water supply, only to find out that my water container is leaking a bit at the top, at the screw basically, and I'm like, oh gee. So I might have to find another one, or take the advice from my good friend Maggie and heat it up and try to put the lid on it when it's heated, cooked basically, and fix it that way. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, I got I found those people that disappeared, so put it that way. Like, I used to go to the peninsula quite a bit, Whangaparoa Peninsula quite a bit, and they sort of they were they were at a boat club, and they redid the car park, and everybody was of course told you need to vacate because otherwise we can't do the car park. And I don't think they were allowed back on the property after they did the renovation of the car park, so put it that way, and a little bit of the building as well, I believe. And so they disappeared. And there's another site as well where I went a few times, and I went like, well, they've all disappeared as well. They were there on that car park that I just visited. So I'm quite happy to see them there. And because I thought they might have scattered, but they got a bit of a bond, those people. So it's good. And I've spoken to the Canadian as well, and they said, how do you find it? Because I never saw him before. They said, everybody's just helping each other. It's like in an old village in New Zealand or in America or in Canada, where everybody knows everybody and they help each other. They do have to go for water next door. They have to go for, they have to walk for water. And I was quite surprised that he doesn't know that, for example, this little thing gets you to in most water supplies at any toilet in New Zealand, and I use it all the time, and he didn't know about that one, so managed to help somebody. He said, well, that's handy. Where do you get those? I said, you just go to Mitre 10 or whatever, like a do-it-yourself, a DIY store, and you get those for what, $3.50, $4? And they don't break, and you can just open the tap and get your water. So he was quite happy because he said, oh, I'm going to get one and I can get my water next door, and I don't have to go and buy bottles of water, because that's what I've been doing. So the water next door is free. So yeah, it's like they did have a toilet there as well, but it was out of order. And he told me like, oh, they're going to McDonald's. They're quite friendly at McDonald's, not so far away from there. And it's right sort of around a mall. It's walking distance from a mall, which is good as well. But they're pretty sheltered over there. Apparently the property itself is owned by Chinese, and they cannot build on it because it does flood. So I'd be very careful going there all the time when it's really weather like this, where it rains all the time. So yeah, that's the little story about that little camp that I found. There's more of those camps around Auckland. But this one you can actually stay. You don't have to move. There's other camps that there are, for example, around Western Springs. You stay at night time, but you move during the day because it's being used for tourism, park people, events, and so you can only stay there at night time. So in other places where I go, and nobody really, it's not really a camp thing. It's just certain locations where I know that I can sleep and get away with it. So yeah, but I was really happy to see some of those people again. But I know they're not wanting to be filmed because there are genuine homeless people there that have no choice and have nothing. They basically have nothing except for alcoholism. Yeah. But it's also good to see that other people actually are there on the same spot, and they just have a camper and they work, but live in the camper. Yeah, so you got all sorts. You got from all sorts of walks of lives and all sorts of people who are dealing with life in different ways in the van life and RV life community, of course. Some people fare a little bit better than others. You know, I still work, but I'm going to be retired soon, and then I'll still be, hopefully, when I'm healthy, still be working. Just had a phone call again for another production coming up in the new year, January till April, which has about 20 swings. That means they got about 20 locations to put the trucks in. That means like potential it's 40 trips for a swing driver like me, because the trucks got to go in and come out again. So if you got 20 locations to go into the location and come out again, that's 40 to me. And that could be 14 full days or 40 half days or something. So there's a lot of work coming up. So yay, I'm happy. So yeah. So, but yeah, tomorrow I got a day off, and then I got to go to the doctors and just do a general warrant of fitness for my medication, which I have to do every 3 months, for my allergy medication and my cholesterol as well, because I'm a little bit too heavy. I don't eat healthy enough. But yeah, I'll do that tomorrow and we'll take it from there. See ya later. Good afternoon, people. Got a bit of sad news. Well, not really sad or anything, but yeah, I got a bit of a medical issue at the moment, and that does mean that I just decided I'm actually withdrawn into my flat for now, to go through all the tests and stuff like that. My heart rate seems to be off, and I was just at the doctor's for a sort of like a warrant of fitness for my medication, and it was over 142, which was in rest position, so it wasn't, you know, between 140 and 160 is deemed dangerous. So yeah, I had to go to the hospital today and do a few tests and stuff like that. You know, like I won't get a result till later. They might give me some medication to regulate my heart rate, because it's way up there, and normally it's about stress, but I was resting. And it does seem to happen when I am asleep, which is not good. So we're going through all these motions and stuff and trying to figure out what's going to happen. In the meanwhile, I'm just taking it easy. I've taken a few days off work just to relax and just also to keep myself safe. I'll just stay in my flat for a bit, for a few days at least. Don't do any silly things, and see what's gonna happen. You know, like I feel healthy. I'm not feeling sick or anything. It's just like if you got a heart rate that's over 440, then there's something wrong. So you gotta just, 63 years old, you just gotta heed the warning signs, I suppose. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully it will all, go out in the festival, whatever, it will just be nothing. But at the moment, I'm taking a break, and I do a little bit of work, but I'm slowing down at the moment, because I have been working a lot, and it looks like my heart is saying, calm down, boy. Never mind.